students, welcome to Ask IITians. How are you all? I hope you all are good. You all are doing very well. So, my name is Arushi Sharma, and I'm going to teach you a new chapter that is the components of food, which is a part of your biology syllabus. Okay, students? So, from the name of the chapter only, that is the components of food, what do you think? What do you think about the components of food? If I'm not wrong, you must have read about the different type of source that from where we are getting the food, exactly like from the plants. And even though some of the animals are, we can say, carnivorous, which feed on other animals, exactly. But now we know this thing that okay, from that sources we are getting the food. But now what type of the components are present in the food so that when we eat food and we get energy? So can you imagine like what kind of the components can be present in the food so that we are getting energy from that? Exactly, student. See what happened na, like whenever we are doing some work, so after some time we start feeling hungry. Why we start feeling hungry? Because the food which we have eaten up, it's just that it has been consumed so that the energy has been developed in our body and we are able to do that work. Exactly. But now if such condition is there, I'm just giving an example that if for any reason, if any person doesn't get food for 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days, so what happened? So you can imagine that person is going to be ill. Exactly, because if there is no food, there is no energy, and that's how there will be no work. So that means, student, the food is having some of the component which is used up for the energy so that we will be able to do our work. It's not only for the human beings; it is same for the plants and as well as for the animals also, so that when they are eating the food and they are also getting the energy and they are also doing their functions. Exactly, so we are going to study about all of these components in this chapter. Now what we are going to see today for this chapter is, that means the topics which we are going to cover up in today's class is, these are the topics that first of all we are having some introduction for the components of food, that what are the nutrients, calorific value. Then we'll start discussing about the particular components, that first of all we are going to discuss about the carbohydrates, then we are going to talk about some proteins, and then we'll see some test for them also. Okay, so now let's start with the chapter. So first of all, student, like if we talk about, like, as I have already told you, that food is the important thing. Exactly, that food is a. If I ask you that, do you require food, or is it an essential thing for you? So you'll say, ma'am, what type of question you are asking us? Exactly, because food is the essential thing, or food is the necessity of each and every living being. It's not only about the human beings; it's about the animals and the plants as well. That means, student, food is essential for the survival of the living organism. It provides us energy so that we can do our activities, so that we can do our work. For example, student, whenever you are ill, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, if you are suffering with any feel like fever or something like that, so doctor always give his prescription that eat this type of food, eat healthy food. Why? Because after eating that food, or after eating that healthy food, what will happen? Your body will gain some kind of energy and you will able to repair up your body. So that is why, student, food is also helping us as a in the form of the energy, that we are getting the energy from it. But we can also say that it is also very useful for our growth and as well as for the repairment of our body. Exactly, students, like we are having so different kind of things available, like we are having Complan, Bonvita, and different kind of things are there, so that we can mix up with our milk, and then they are just saying that okay, we just, that the height is going to be increased or something like that. So that's how, student, we require a healthy food, or we require food so that we can get energy to do our work, and to repair our body, or to maintain ourselves. Exactly, it's not only about the energy or the development, it's about to maintain ourselves. Because if we are maintained, so that means we are getting the proper amount of energy so that we can do our work, and we are having the proper repairment of our body. Therefore, understanding the importance of consuming the right kind of food becomes a necessity. That means, what type of food should we eat so that our body will remain good? For example, student, if there is any, like if we can see that some kind of disease is there, fine, so what will happen, that the doctor will give you such type of medicine so that you will can overcome over that. Fine. So why? Because it is required for that particular disease. That is why, student, to maintain your body or to maintain your body in that way, so that you will be able to do each and every kind of work, and you will not getting any kind of disease, and you are not getting ill. You are just fit and fine. So we have to choose a right kind of food for ourselves. That is why, student, what happened now, if you have seen that generally what our parents suggest is that don't eat outside food, don't eat chow mein, don't eat that junk food, don't eat burgers, because they thought that like we are children, so we are used to that, but according to them it's like that it is not good for our health. Exactly. So that's how, student, it is very important for us to choose a right kind of food. That is why they generally allow us to drink juice, that is just take orange juice or any other kind of juice, or milk, and then green vegetables, fruits, vegetables, chapatis, rice. So that's how, student, food is very essential for the survival. And now we are going to see that what type of the components are present in the food, so that our body is getting maintained, and what type of nutrients or something, or all of these things are present, so that our body is maintained. Exactly. And first of all, student, food is important for our immunity as well. Okay, that immunity which help us to keep ourselves safe from any kind of disease. What happens, student, that if your immunity is good, that means you will be able to fight with any of the disease. But if your immunity is not good, so what will happen exactly? You will be like, you will be getting ill at regular basis. So that's why, student, whenever if any child or any person is getting ill at a regular basis, so what does, like, what doctor advise them, that you should start taking the right kind of food. Then they make a kind of diet for them, that now you have to take a juice 4 times a day or 2 times a day. I'm just giving an example, okay? Because food is having that component so that it can repair up your body. So now we are going to see that what type of components those are. Okay. Now before starting that, actually there is one question, that do you know why a bodybuilder eats a lot of eggs? I have seen that thing, that if there is any bodybuilder who is just making his or her body, it's not only about boys are just towards the bodybuilding. Girls are also there that who are very fitness freaks. So we can say that why they require so much of eggs, what that egg contain, so that they just need that they eat lots of egg. So that's a, student, we are going to find out the answer of this question in this chapter only. So just have some patience, and then you will getting your answer. Okay. So first of all, student, starting with the components, we are having one term that we call it as the calorific value. If I'm not wrong, student, calorific value is also be used up for the fuels. Fuels, for example, wood or coal or different type of fuels which we used in our daily life, so that we get energy from that. Exactly. So that's a, student. Those fuels are used up for our transportation or for any other purpose, but the calorific value which we are going to read here, it is about the food. Because what happens, student, that the food act as a fuel for our body. Now why I'm saying that that food is acting as a fuel, because after consuming the food we get energy from it, so that we can do our work. And the same thing fuel, other fuel do. Exactly, like if we are using petrol or diesel in a car, so what will happen, that car is using the energy of it, and that's how there is a transportation facility. That is how, student, the same thing is also happening with the food. That if we are consuming the food, so what will happen, that we will get energy from it, and that energy will be used up for our transportation. Exactly. So that's how, student, the calorific value of the food is acting as a fuel for our body. Fine. Now student, that is what we are talking about, that the food is acting as a fuel for our body. Fine. Now students, what's the thing is that if we're talking about the fuel, that the food is acting as a fuel for our body, that is why we are going to see that what's the calorific value of the food is. So students, calorific, if we talk about here, calorific value of the food indicates that the total amount of the energy that a human body is getting after after the metabolism, okay, and which we expressed in the kilojoules per 100 gram. Or you can say that, student, that the calorific value is the amount of the energy. For example, if you are consuming if you're consuming one apple, okay, I'm just taking an example is there. If you're consuming one apple, okay, and after eating that apple, obviously you are getting some amount of energy. So how we will see that what's the calorific value of that apple? That means, student, that after consumption of the 100 gram of that apple, the amount of energy which is producing from that particular 100 gram of apple, that energy is called as, that total amount of energy is called as the calorific value, and that energy is used up by the human body to perform the work. Exactly, student. So now this is the calorific value. Now if you want to watch some video about the calorific value, so I'm just going to show you that video. So just wait a second. So here is a video, student, which I'm going to show you right now.
To buy some groceries. Lynn is with her mother at the supermarket to buy some groceries. There are so many choices of food that Lynn has trouble deciding what is best. So she looks at the nutrition information of the food she likes. Now she is looking at canned tuna. The can
Now students, see, like the girl is going to some supermarket and she wants to buy some good for herself. Now like she is looking at the some of the ingredients or some of the nutrition which is present in it. Have you ever noticed around yourself that if any of the eatable you are buying, even though the chips also, if a chip, like if a packet of a chips you are buying, so that is also containing some of the values written over there. So have you ever noticed all of that values, that a protein is that much is present, fat is that much, sugar is that much present? So all of these things are very important to observe. Now see how she is observing all of these things.
Tuna has a calorific value of 700 kilojoules per 100 grams. Calorific value, also called energy value, is the total energy produced when 1 gram of food is completely burned. It is measured in kilojoules per gram or kilocalories per gram. We can actually estimate the calorific value of the foods we eat every day. For example, you ordered the following lunch with the respective calorific values. 1 plate of chicken rice is 2,300 kilojoules. 1 piece of egg is 300 kilojoules. 1 piece of curry puff is 150 kilojoules. 1 slice of papaya is 165 kilojoules. And 1 glass of orange juice is 205 kilojoules. The total calorific value of the foods is 3,120 kilojoules. The calorific values of food servings can also be presented in terms of every 100 grams. For example, the calorific value of an apple is 200 kilojoules per 100 gram. If you have 250 grams of apples, then its calorific value will be 200 kilojoules times 2.5 equals 500 kilojoules.